If you're over 60 and you've noticed your morning erections quietly disappearing, this isn't a sign that your body is broken. Most men are told this is just aging, something natural, something they're expected to accept without questioning. And when you hear that message often enough, it starts to feel final, like a verdict, like a door that has closed for good. But in most cases, that explanation isn't complete, because nothing has actually failed, nothing has shut down permanently, and nothing important has been taken away from you. What's really happening is quieter than that. Over time, the system that once responded automatically stops receiving clear signals, not because it's damaged, but because it hasn't been activated the way it used to be. And there's a big difference between something being damaged and something simply going silent. If you've been told this is just aging and something you have to accept, take a moment with me. That explanation sounds reasonable, and it's often said with good intentions, but it leaves many men feeling confused and quietly defeated. In most cases, nothing inside your body has failed, nothing has shut down, and nothing has reached a point of no return. What changes over time is communication. The signals that once flowed easily between your brain and body begin to weaken when they aren't regularly used. This happens slowly and quietly without pain or warning. Your nerves are still there, your blood vessels are still capable, and the systems responsible for responsiveness haven't disappeared, even if they've been silent for years. This is why so many men look at themselves and assume something is broken. They don't feel pain, they don't feel sick, they just notice that something familiar is missing. And when doctors say everything looks normal, that confusion deepens. Normal test results don't always reflect how well communication is functioning inside the body. A system can be intact and still underperform when signals weaken. That doesn't mean it's beyond repair. It means it hasn't been reminded how to respond. Understanding this is important because it changes how you see yourself. Instead of feeling like you've lost something forever, you begin to recognize that your body may simply be waiting for the right kind of attention again. This is where the misunderstanding usually begins. When something stops working the way it used to, people assume it must be damaged. But the body doesn't always work that way. Many systems in the body depend on regular signaling to stay responsive. When those signals are strong and frequent, response feels automatic. When they weaken over time, the response fades quietly. This doesn't happen overnight. It happens gradually, often without you noticing the exact moment it begins. Life changes, stress increases, movement decreases, attention shifts elsewhere. As a result, the communication between the brain and certain parts of the body becomes less active, not absent, not broken, just underused. This is why the loss of morning erections is often one of the first things men notice. It's a subtle indicator that signaling has slowed, not that function has disappeared. Think of it like a pathway that hasn't been traveled in a long time. The path doesn't vanish, it simply becomes less clear until it's used again. When communication weakens, the body responds less often, and when communication improves, the response can return. Understanding this difference is critical because it shifts the problem from permanent loss to temporary disconnection. Now let's talk about the first pathway involved in this process. It sits at the very base of the body in an area most men rarely think about, yet this small region plays an outsized role in how signals move to the pelvic area. Over time, tension builds there, sitting for long hours, clenching without noticing, holding stress in the lower body day after day. None of this feels dramatic, so it's easy to overlook. When this area stays tense and inactive, it acts like a partially closed valve. Blood flow slows. Nerve communication becomes weaker. The system doesn't stop working, but it stops responding with the same ease. I've seen this again and again. Men who believe nothing can be done. Men who feel disconnected from their own bodies. Often they aren't in pain, they just feel quiet down there. One man in his 70s told me he didn't miss sex. He said he missed feeling alive. He missed waking up with any sense that his body was still responsive. What surprised him most was how subtle the change felt at first. Not a sudden surge, just warmth, a faint sense of activity returning, a reminder that something was still there. This is how the body often responds when this pathway is reactivated. Not with force, not with urgency, but with quiet signals that grow clearer over time. Once that valve begins to open again, communication improves. Blood moves more freely, nerves reconnect, and the body starts remembering what it's capable of doing. Nothing new is being created here. What's happening is restoration. The system isn't learning a new function, it's reconnecting to one it never truly lost. This understanding matters because it removes pressure. There's no need to chase performance, no need to prove anything. The focus is simply on reopening communication and letting the body respond in its own time. That patience is often what allows lasting change to begin naturally. The second pathway works differently, but it's just as important. It runs through the upper inner thigh along the natural crease where the leg meets the lower body. Most men associate this area only with movement, not with responsiveness or vitality. Underneath that line are major roots for blood flow and nerve communication that feed the entire pelvic region. When these roots stay flexible and active, signals move easily. When they become stiff or underused, circulation slows and communication weakens. This often happens gradually. Years of sitting, long drives, limited movement. The body adapts to stillness, and the lower region receives less consistent signaling. I remember a man in his late 60s who told me he never thought his thighs had anything to do with how he felt as a man. He believed the problem was somewhere else entirely. What surprised him was how quickly his awareness changed once this pathway began to reawaken. At first, he noticed warmth, then a sense of heaviness lifting, not excitement, not performance, just circulation returning to an area that had been quiet for a long time. This pathway acts like a highway. When it's open, blood and nerve signals reach their destination efficiently. When it's restricted, everything downstream feels slower and less responsive. As this route becomes more active again, the body often responds with renewed sensitivity and presence. Morning responses become more frequent. Energy in the lower body feels more available. What matters here is understanding that this isn't about pushing or forcing results. It's about restoring movement and communication where it gradually faded. When this second pathway begins to reopen alongside the first, confidence grows naturally, not because you're chasing a result, but because your body is responding again in ways that feel familiar and reassuring. That quiet return of responsiveness is often what reminds men that their vitality was never gone. It was simply waiting for circulation and communication to return together. Here's where everything connects. Erections don't depend on a single part of the body working harder. They depend on communication working smoothly. When blood flow slows in one area and nerve signals weaken in another, the system loses coordination. The body doesn't respond automatically, even though nothing is broken. It's simply out of sync. When both pathways begin to reopen together, communication improves. Blood moves more freely, signals travel with less resistance, and the body starts responding again without being pushed. To support this process, a few simple daily habits help reinforce what's already happening. Slow, deep breathing encourages blood vessels to relax and improves circulation throughout the body. Hydrating in the morning supports blood flow before daily tension builds. Reducing sugar in the evening helps protect the vessels that carry those signals overnight. These habits don't create results on their own. They support the same communication your body is already restoring. They remove obstacles rather than forcing outcomes. What matters most is consistency, not intensity. Small, regular signals remind the body how to stay responsive, and over time, those reminders add up. When communication improves across the system, responses become more natural and more frequent. Not because you're chasing a result, but because the body is finally receiving clear signals again. That's when change tends to feel stable rather than temporary. What matters most is remembering this. You're not broken, you're not past your prime, and your body hasn't forgotten how to respond. When communication returns, the response often follows naturally, not suddenly, not dramatically, but steadily, in ways that feel familiar and reassuring. If this helped you understand what's really happening in your body, take a moment to let me know and consider sharing this with another man who may be quietly experiencing the same changes. Aging doesn't mean the end of vitality, it simply means the body needs clearer signals and a little more attention than it used to. That awareness alone can make a meaningful difference.